Simon Finnegan, they're out again, ready to get underway. As we said, Keighley kicking uphill on the slight camber here in this second half. And there's Jeff again. We mentioned Jeff last time we were here. His son Peter is watching in Toronto, and his daughter-in-law, I should say, Marianne, and his two grandkids, Andrew and Matt, are watching as well. So Jeff, you're famous again. And there's the kick-off, which very nearly went out on the full. It was caught very well in the end, but you'd have to say it was an inch-perfect kick, that, Brian.
Inch-perfect, and I was tempted, if I was a Keighley catcher, I would have stuck my leg out the back, because it would have been ball back on the full and a penalty on halfway to Keighley.
I thought that rule had changed this year. Is it not behind the dead ball line? Anyway, here we go. Keighley in the green, if you're just switching on, and trailing at the moment 12 points to 22. They led 12-4 at one stage, but Toronto racing back into the lead with 3 tries in the final 12 minutes of that first half. While we're mentioning people, by the way, the kick there from Adam Brook. QLT comes on at a flash and runs it in, and his tackle, well, it's a good carry by QLT.
He's carrying the ball well today, isn't he?
And a collect from dummy half by Pownall, who's already got his name on the team sheet. First to score, of course. We're mentioning people. We mentioned Jeff there, but Darren Mabbott is here today. He's been involved in Canadian Rugby League since 1993. And he's asked us to mention Paul O'Keefe, Caroline Ritchie, Lawrence Ross, David Graham and Paul Buchanan, who were all very much stalwarts of the Canadian scene. QLT almost through. Knocks it on. So the free play here.
Well, that's one of those errors you're probably prepared to accept, because I think he was through the hole and Keighley defender just got his hands on him, surges through and dislodges the ball on the carry, so play on.
Bailey up to his feet. Keighley looking to grind up some of these yards with a little bit of an advantage. And a pick-up out of dummy half by Harry Aronson. He's not the biggest kid, is he? He made his debut for Swinton when he was only 16. He doesn't look much older now. He's 19 now. And he has got a bit of fleet of foot if given the opportunity. And feather to Hawkyard, and big hit on Hamish Barnes. Kay saw the target on his chest and came in. And Barnes is hurting a little. Kick high from Brook. It's going to land here. It's going to land, and anything could happen next.
Wow.
Oh, that's
lucky.
Great fortune. There's an injury, is it? Dixon, who's gone down injured, coming in here trying to claim it.
Well, couldn't see what happened there. I just missed the clip that was on the screen.
It's Baharrell, isn't it? Matty Baharrell.
I think it's a collision. Yeah, with Johnny Pownall there. Was both trying to feel the ball. Nothing wrong in that. Nothing illegal, should I say.
Should have brought the sunscreen today, shouldn't we? It's a hot one in Keighley.
It is. Sun just shining in Yorkshire, David.
Does it?
Yeah.
This is the day, is it? August the 13th. Put that in the diary. Can we get a restart again here in a minute? Baharrell is okay, and Keighley will be very, very pleased about that, because he is such a key functionary of what they do.
Yeah, he's crucial, isn't he?
Toronto carry on with their set from deep inside their own half. Tackle 2 sees them up to the 20-metre mark. What do they make from here now? Well, they get a penalty. Interference after the tackle was completed.
Well, it's hard to argue against the penalty. Certainly the locals are restless in relation to that decision.
Ryan Briley's aiming for our cameras. He's actually put it over the stand. So the tap restarted, hit the truck outside apparently. Taken in by Fleming. It'll have woken him up. Here's Bezic and a dummy half, and Fui's on the charge again here. Four of them pull him down. But you almost feel he's on his terms. Bezic now collects again. He's got Sidlow just to his left. He's looking further left. In fact, he's looking forward. Keighley have any potential gaps sealed quickly. Wallace, Sidlow, solidly in, less than 10 away. Bezic, 2 to his left, more to his right, including Wallace, whose short pass to Laithwaite has almost got him up to the line. What's the referee giving a high tackle? I think, yeah, high tackle penalty, has he? Or is he
I
just...
don't know what he's doing. Giving a scrum.
He's giving it a scrum. Head and feet to Keighley. Must have knocked on. Lathwaite must have knocked on.
Or is he giving a forward pass?
Who knows? It's a mystery. Get Agatha Christie on the case.
Hercule Poirot is somewhere around here.
Head and feed. Out it goes to that left-hand side. The big fellow Ryder, I think, is the man who's trying to get into his stride, but Toronto are across there to match him muscle for muscle. But it takes a little bit of stopping. And now Finnegan. Oh, what a stepping run from this fella. Off he goes again. Vinnie Finnegan.
Great run.
Wow. Flash of Yorkshire lightning there, Vinnie Finnegan. And now they're looking on the inside for Hawkyard. Up, down, down, up again quickly. Bezic, not square, takes the man out and has given the penalty away. Well, what a lift for Keighley at the start of this second half, provided by the dashing brilliance of Vinnie Finnegan in the first place.
It was a great run, wasn't it? He stepped moi.
Daly is down, Feather looks left, Hawkyard, Beharrell, into the line comes Aronson. Like a stalk of wheat blown over in the wind by those oncoming Toronto defenders. And now the big effort. This is Trey O'Sullivan. And they're bellowing for glory here, the Keighley fans. Their side is so close again. Toronto hanging on. It's another wave of attack to come. Back to Beharrell. Out to Brooke. And now the step back on the inside from Barnes. Don't let the name and number put you off. It's Hamish Barnes. It's back with Brooke again. The grubber kick. Fooey has fumbled. And it's Keighley who get their head and feed. Oh, it's a penalty. They were offside. Oh. What a stroke of luck that is for the Wolfpack.
Big stroke of luck. Moimoi couldn't clean it up. Kick, adjudicated the kick chaser was offside.
Well, I think they knew because they were holding off, weren't they?
They were.
So I think the referee's got that spot on. But Fooey didn't know that when the ball came to him. And he would have been a little alarmed in the first instance and greatly relieved when he heard the referee's whistle. And Toronto now can settle things down again. They are being tested here today.
Definitely. Said it wasn't over at half-time. All they have to do is get some field position.
Sidlow's had it stolen. He's furious. Feather claps him in his face. That won't go down well. He's given the knock on rather than the ball steal.
Well, he's got every right to look after this ball. I think whether he feels he's hard done to or not, the referee adjudicated that he spilled it.
Well, plenty of thrills and spills at the start of this second half. And Keighley enthused, still trailing by 10. They have to score twice, of course. There's Barnes, the Jamaican international. Cuts back into inside. And in fact, born lad. He actually went to Dewsbury early this year and he played a handful of games and then came right back to Keighley again. Sagar. Signed again last year after a couple of years out with this club. Oh, what about that? Brooke! Sachet! Hawkyard in support!
Brooke straight through and Hawkyard through.
But it's Adam Brooke, who is the man who created that, the architect-in-chief. Hawkyard the finisher, and Keighley are far from finished. They're back in the game.
Brilliant try from Keighley. Great spree. Brooke takes off. They think he's going to pass. He doesn't pass. He goes through the hole that they leave. And Hawkyard finishing, as he's done all season for this Keighley Cougars team.
Well, terrific stuff from Keighley. They have not accepted defeat by a long chalk. They are very much in this game. When this kick from Beharrell goes over, which it surely will, they will be back within 4 points. So Beharrell settles himself, over it goes. Kick 86 of the year. Kick 3 of the day, and it's 18-22.
Totally deserved score. Brook just goes through a huge hole. Stan Fleming with the wrong read perhaps, and thinks he's going to pass, doesn't pass, runs straight past him.
Minutes played, game on our hands. 18-22. Keighley lifted, going down the hill. Gravity on their side, momentum on their side.
We'll be after that try.
But it's Toronto on the other side, and what have they got in response? Feather wants it played quickly. It's going to be a big effort again here from Trey O'Sullivan. It's Coventry. He's signed from Batley. He's on loan till the end of the season now. Hawkyard takes it in. Buster Feather. Dummy half again. Sagar just over the halfway line on tackle 5. Feather looks for touch with a very good kick. It'll be Toronto's head and feed, but they've got a 90-yard uphill trek to get to the other end with 6 tackles to go.
Smart play. Set after a score, put the pressure back and throw it back at the Wolfpack.
This place is turning back the years on some great days they had. What, 20 years ago now, Brian, 20 years ago when we had all that Super League nonsense breaking out and this place rocked every week. But they're turning back the years a little here, enjoying this in the sunshine today. It's Kay. Maybe it wasn't square, so had to just allow himself being pushed away. So the Wolfpack respond terrifically when they got hit by a double in the first half. Oh, Moy has lost it. We'll go for the first knock-on, I think, the referee. Because there was a knock-on certainly from Keighley, but it was Moy who lost it in the first instance. So head and feet again here.
Well, they're going to have to change their attitude in relation to the quality of their skill. If they're going to play this way and offload, then he needs to make that stick. Fooey. A couple of times now, it's the 3rd time I think they've failed to complete a set, the Wolfpack, which has given Keighley every reason to be in this game.
Feathers is getting a bit of treatment. Holding his shoulder. He's taking a timeout, he's okay. It's a bit of a John Wilkin look about him, hasn't he? James Feather.
You reckon?
Just a little. There's Craig Lingard, who looks nothing like John Wilkin.
We'll be happy. Craig Lingard started his second half really sharp.
Something about the Batley legend that he was. I think he's got a stand named after him, isn't he? Batley these days. Time leading point scorer at Batley, but now cutting his teeth as a head coach here at Keighley. Feather at dummy half. 18-22, within striking distance. Brook, whose silky skills we've seen. You wouldn't describe O'Sullivan as silky, but he doesn't lack ability. As he takes it in and he's put down. Feather left again. Biharol, the Toronto line was rushing up quickly there, Briley. But Keighley, they get another set. It was a Toronto touch that's given them another set of 6 here. Bailey's put down on the 0 tackle. Plays it about 5 yards away from where it should have been played. Feather is going to get a penalty here because he ran at the not square markers, and there's some experience going on down the middle from Keighley.
Well, it's smart play from Keighley. They're making the most of the noise, of the energy, of the enthusiasm.
And here they go, Brendan Rawlings. The Yorkshire Aussie, 5 metres out, back towards Biharol. It's now with Brook, and the youngster Aronson snapped up. Well, really snapped looking at the size of it. Here's Feather, running with determination. O'Sullivan, just inside the 10. Feather again, lines up. Remember, they've still got Conroy to come back on the field as well. Now it goes right. Sagar's put down. 2 yards away. Big moments in this game.
Big moments.
Feather back to Hawkyard. The Harrell with the dummy and the step, but there's a wall in front of him. Laithwaite, the solidest brick section of that wall. And the last play, Feather high, asking the questions. The ball's gone to ground. Was there a knock on? Touch judge will have his say. Referee nods his head. Head and feed for Keighley. They've got another set of 6 here to hammer this Toronto line.
Well, it's all pressure. It's all Keighley. It's all wow. A game on our hands, and is there a knockdown there? Probably yes.
This is a test of the Wolfpack resolve. The lead is slender. The tank is nearly empty, given all the work they've had to do in defence. But they've got to go again, as here comes the test. Led by Ryder, and a penalty again. Effectively, it's not that much of a problem. It just gives them an extra tackle to make. Whether takes his time, this will be in Toronto's advantage, because they can get a bit of oxygen back here before the next wave of attack comes, led by Sagar.
Big test this of the Wolfpack.
Look at this, big pass out to that left-hand side. Brooke, the Harrell, tries to slip his man. Enough done in the initial attempted tackle by Hall to slow the Harrell down. Feather. It's O'Sullivan again. 10 away. Feather stands and waits. Left to Harrell. Oh, it's juggled and dropped, and it's away here from Pownall.
Will he go all the way? Will he go all the way?
Look at the youngster chasing him.
Will he go all the way?
Aronson's beaten with a step, but he's slowed him down enough for Finnegan to get back and make that tackle. But this is Hall, out to Wallace. Wallace, now they'll score. No doubts now. All their defence turned into stunning attack with a try at the end of it. Worthington finishes. Toronto survived the storm, and out comes their sunshine at the other end of the field.
Wow, breathless. First of all, you've got to think that Keighley are going to score at the other end. They bomb the opportunity. The Pownall picks up the pieces. He flies down the outside, beats one man and gets run down. And then it's just a spread play. The Keighley team just couldn't quite get back up the hill. But wow, 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 wow. Here it is. This is Hall. This is the finish. And he spreads the ball to Wallace. He just has to find Whiting, who's shaped up, and hands it on to Greg Worthington to finish the break on the other side from Pownall. That's the run down. That's where he got caught Hawkyard in the end. And then it's just a pass play. Get it out there. Get it out there. The Keighley team just could not get back up the hill.
Well, one end to another. We'll have a look at all of that in just a second. Let's watch this kick here from Hall. But Keighley were knocking at that. They were banging on that. They had one of those big things that they knocked doors down with, didn't they?
Yes.
And I'm following it. I'm getting influenced by you here. Here comes Hall. The kick's gone wide. But it's 18-26. Now have a look at all this.
Let's have a go. So Keighley are going to score here. That's what we're calling. He just knocked on. And then Pownall was gone. He's the big one block. Beats the first block. Gone. He's still gone. You can't get him. Yes, you can. Somebody's coming across him. Oh, beats him, and another one. And wow, great scramble from the Keighley defenders. And then there's just black shirts in the frame, in the width, and get to the other end. Couldn't see it, could you?
Unbelievable. Get out of jail free card just been played by Toronto. Great pace from Aronson, by the way, to get back and stop Pownall, but he couldn't thwart the try. Didn't quite stop him, but he did enough to slow him down. Come on, Cougars, get stuck in is the advice from supporters down below. Well, they have got stuck in today, haven't they? 21 minutes to go here. Bussey, that usual sheer determination down the middle. There's Hick. Good work from the veteran.
I think they're doing route one at the moment. I think they've seen all the pressure being under. I think they're just trying to get to the other end of the field.
Emmett again. That's tackle 5. Here comes the 6th. Bezic. Well, his Just going to kick it. Looks for behind the line. Great falling catch from Harold.
Did he
really?
If he picked that up cleanly, he's done brilliantly well, hasn't he?
It's like a wicket keeper. One played down the leg side, and he still manages to gather it in. And we're catching our breath a little. Feather. Well, they're up behind Hawkyard. Off he goes. Kay grabs him around the knees. You can't run without these, son. When I've got your knees in my arms, you're stopping.
Did well there, Kay. Had to do well. Hawkyard split them wide open, didn't he?
Rawlings. Good effort. Townsville born. Brendan Rawlings. That'll be the venue for a couple of World Cup games this year. Well, that's a high kick.
Wow. Wow. If he catches that, he goes under the sticks. He nearly caught it, was under the sticks. Wow. Done a lot of wows today, haven't I?
You have, yeah. You're through your wow quota. You're slow up on the wows. Good effort from Hamish Barnes. That was Emmett. So I think he got one of the match here, didn't he, when we played here last? In the last game here.
Brendan Rawlings.
Jacob Emmett.
Oh, Jake Emmett, yeah.
Out of dummy half goes Bezic. Emmett again. Turned around and faced the wrong way. So up he gets and twists himself around again. And here's Wallace. And there's signs here as Worthington takes it in and bumps off the young fella. He's been around now, Aronson. He's hanging on. He wants the ball. I want the ball, ref.
He's got it.
I want the ball, ref. I've got the ball. No, you haven't. Oh, yes, he has.
Took it off him.
He has. Good effort from the kid.
Great effort, one-on-one.
Harrow. And left it goes again and tracked to the middle of the park. See given here, penalty for Keighley. Too much messing around in the tackle. That tackle on Bailey and the kick from Harrow. Well, they're only one score away from putting the Frighteners up the Wolfpack again here.
Definitely. Can't rest on their laurels. Footwork trouble in this Wolfpack team at the moment.
Lyder up to his feet, and here's Baharol. Well, I'm not sure who that was aimed for. It's picked up by the wrong-numbered, wrong-named Hamish Barnes. Feather. Oh, it's a bit of a fumble in face of what was coming his way. And here's Kay collecting from Worthington's pass. Kay doesn't want to go down with the ball. He's having a fight here. He's having a fight, him and Feather. Oh, they don't like each other. And eventually the referee has to step in and he's given a penalty to Toronto.
Well, he did do a little bit too much here. James Feather just did a little bit too much. I understand the aggression, I understand. I think it's the right call here. I think Kay's trying to get on with the game. He's half beating somebody, he's half beating another person. Feather's trying to put him to the ground, quite put him to the ground. He's still gold of his shirt and just a bit too much there.
And Feather's being called out for a talk. Can't do that, sir. Didn't do anything there. Penalty gone against him. Ryan Brayley with the kick to touch, and Toronto will start 40 metres away from that Keighley line. Sid Lowe. Jacks on the field wants it played quickly. Place of Bezic. Bezic getting a well-earned rest at the moment. Here's Bussy. Just seems to have one direction and one intent on his mind every time. Just hits it into that line of defenders as hard and as quickly as possible, and a second attempt to pull him down has given the Wolfpack another penalty here. It's gone against Mike Emmett. Enjoying his first season here at Keighley, having been signed by Coach Lingard. As Jake Emmett. Rhys Jacks. Oh, it's gone behind Wallace. It's gone backwards, the referee says.
Yeah, it did go backwards.
Yep, no arguments there. Jacks, Wallace. Clobbered. You can hear the tackle there, the effort coming in from Brendan Rawlings as he made that tackle count. Jack stands at dummy half. He's had a little glance left and goes right, and Sidlow now stoutly forward again. Honest endeavour. Still a couple of tackles in the bag here. Jacks. Riley, Wallace, quick hands. Oh, almost a knock-on opportunity. Knocking for Davy Dixon. Had he caught it? Oh, it's a zero tackle. It's Hall who's picked it up. Keighley have to respond quickly. And a penalty again. They're really hurting Keighley, these penalties. I think the referee's going to give a team warning here, is he? He's having a word with Feather.
I think Feather might have had a word with him. I think that's why.
Is that what it is? All right. The old Cameron Smith approach. Referee the game from the number 9 shirt. Another set of 6 here for what it's worth, because that ball's been knocked down. So the tackle count now starts from here. And Keighley with a lot of work to do. The Wolfpack 10 metres away. Emmett. In and down. Jacks up at dummy half. Sidlow's run round to that left-hand side. Briley with a short pass. Bussey looking for the hard work route to the try line. Jacks again. QLT, quick hands, too quick, picked up. Now we know this lad's quick, but he's not allowed to get in his stride there, Aronson, because Kay had him. They want a penalty, they're not got a penalty. It's taken on again here, a stride or two by Davy Dixon. And Keighley survived that spell of pressure really well.
Well, it was a poor finish. They had a lot of pressure there, the Wolfpack. They've got to make better use of the ball than they have.
Feather. Scott Law's back on the field. Trey O'Sullivan is the man who's gone off. A little, there's the mousetrap play from dummy half. Hawkyard, Feather, big hurl to that left-hand side. And shepherded towards the touchline. The Wolfpack want to get them out there. They have got them out. Good defence.
Was good D. Needed to be as well. Usually testing every facet of this Wolfpack defence at the moment, aren't they?
They've stayed in the contest here today, haven't they? We've seen it often. Teams giving Toronto a real battle, but then fading away. But Keighley, so far, staying in this. There's still 12 minutes left to play. How much fuel have they got in their tank?
Well, I think the belief's there, the way they're playing, the way they're throwing the ball around and running out of dummy half.
Everybody's happy to take a breather here. Get some.
It is a warm day, though, as you've quite rightly pointed out. You know, we haven't mentioned that too much. It will take its toll on both teams.
And seasonably warm for this this part of the world. Briley puts it in here, and we get underway again. Oh no, we don't. Oh, we don't. The referee's not happy with the scrum. Has to be clean. Has to be tidy. So Ryan Briley can have another go. He'll just stick it into the back row. There he goes. Stick it into the back row, son. And off they go. It's Wallace with a step. Just, challenging that Keighley defence right from the off. Jackson at dummy half again. Shifts it to this left-hand side. Oh, and they've dropped the ball. Dropped the ball clean. Worthington looks at the referee appealingly. The referee is not going to succumb. And there's another little chat going on here between Feather and Worthington.
Well, looks to me like he dropped it.
Yep.
Yep. Dropped it cold.
Fui is on the field, taking his time to get to the scrum here. So Keighley with a great chance now, and Toronto knowing that they need to measure up. They've got to keep this concentration. They've already given a penalty away. The man pushed off the ball, so penalty for Keighley. 40 metres out. Remember, they trail by 8. They have to score twice to win it from here. And back on the field comes Nathan Conroy, and that alters the dynamics, because as the big fellas begin to tire, we've seen how zippy Conroy can be from dummy half. So that just gives another little perplexing thought and conundrum for Toronto to deal with. Just having a word with the is it the two captains here, Brandon Rawlings and Craig Hall. He's got his back to us, so we can't lip read, but what are you guessing he's saying here, Brandon?
Well, I think the game's getting a bit scruffy. Does that make sense? And a bit angry. I think he's trying to take the heat out of the situation, the referee.
So here we go. What a set this is. Conroy with a tap. In by Sagar, 10 metres away. Conroy fresh from his long rest on the bench. It's with Brook to Scott Law, who's just beyond 10, just within the 10, I should say. Conroy again waits patiently. There's nothing offering for the dummy half in that position. Brook again drops it inside for Sagar. Sagar is dealt with. So they've gone right. Now will they go left again? They do. Baharrel's kick early in the can, already testing, and a roll! Finnegan! Oh, and they couldn't get there either. Well, the referee has given head and feed for Toronto in the end, but Finnegan with a real chance.
Great leap, wasn't he? Just couldn't quite hold it in, could he? He's got the jump on Johnny Pownell, as you'd expect in that situation with the attacking winger. He gets up, and he just can't bring the ball in. So, smart kick.
So that's a set that goes a-begging, and with the clock ticking down, they won't get too many more sets here. Keighley, Pownell's getting a bit of treatment on that far side. Game's held up again. He's okay now. So in goes the ball, out it comes. Kind of attitude is displayed by both sides here now, because Keighley are desperate to keep Toronto penned down there. The Wolfpack looking to charge their way out of trouble. Next score, if there's to be one, will be massive. Toronto score next, they win it. Keighley score next, who knows who wins it. 7 to go. Jacks goes left. Worthington inside the 40. Advancing with menace, but with only 2 plays left. Jacks, Emmett shoulders it in and offloads, and there's Jacks, and Jacks is reined in. Well, what a great offload that was from the big man. Out of the tackle there, Emmett. Last play to go. Bussey delays the pass. QLT has a man in his face, Finnegan, and they've got to hand it over right there.
Well, not the greatest end to a set there. Jacks got tied up, so he was there. Briley and Wallace were on the other side of the field, so it went to Bussey, who couldn't find a player there. So great defence from Keighley. Poor finish from the Wolfpack.
Could be quite a finish to the game, though, because Keighley will wind themselves up at least 6.5 minutes to go. Remember, that's not the official clock, so there'll be stoppage time to add on to that. At the bottom of your screen, it's Conroy. We're going to see another flash of inspiration from him before the game is out.
He's looked sharp, hasn't he?
They want a penalty, they're not going to get it. Emmett, oh, it's a poor pass. It is picked up by Brook, but there's nothing on for him. Just a wasted play, really. It's 1 tackle less to try and make an impact. Emmett, Mike Emmett. Conroy was a 40-20 attempt, but it's nowhere near where he wanted it to go. QLT will collect it and runs it back, and we know the danger there, and that's a pass away, but out comes Finnegan again. He's had his moments today, hasn't he?
Played well, hasn't he? This guy's played well as well, QLT, hasn't he? Carried the ball well along with Liam Kay from the backfield.
To start thinking about your man of the match before long as well. Here's Emmett. Jacks, Wallace, dummy, and a step. Still tackles in the back, but only a couple of them. Jacks again, busses to his right-hand side. Off he goes again, looking to rip his way through, and then gets a good offload, and Emmett now goes back to where the half hole had appeared, but it closes. Jacks, Brierley, QLT's pass is on the ground, not the best for Pownall to try and deal with, and again the set ends with Toronto rather tamely handing the ball over here, not testing that Keighley line.
No, you think a short kick would be applicable or some kind of offensive kick, but back in their defence, handing the ball over here.
Yes, it's a difficult one for Bailey to deal with first off.
It was, wasn't it?
But he has dealt with it. You don't need to be too loose. Finnegan's going to have a go from dummy half, and then gets that pass away. And it's the man off the other wing, Davy Dixon, and he flicks it out to Hawkyard, who's running all the way around the back of those defenders to see if there's a gap there. He bounces off Brierley, and here he comes again. Oh, you don't bounce off Fooey. You don't bounce off Fooey. You stay down when you start counting stars. 3 gone. Keighley inside their own half by a distance. Collected now by Conroy. Oh, it's a juggle by Sagar, just about keeps a hold. They've still got 50 yards to go. They'll be trying everything here.
Well, it's all on the kick, I think. I don't think they'll go for the run. I think they'll go for the big spiral.
It's going to oh, but Harrell. Oh, Moy's done really well, but they've kept it alive here. Kept it alive. Riders with a pass. Here's Finnegan. Finnegan with a little kick back to the middle of the park. Oh, he's got there. Finnegan scores. Oh my word. What a try that was. And what a finish we've got on our hands now. With at least 3 minutes to go. Finnegan. Wow. That was sensational.
Brilliant finish. No right to do this. Well, there's the tackle. Last play coming up. What will they do? But Harold goes at the line, decides to take it on. That's made probably forward, but they're off. Finnegan down the sideline. No right to do this. Great little chip kick on the fly. I have to say, that's great skill, isn't it?
That is, at that pace, I mean, the chip, he might do that another 100 times and not come up with that result. But who cares? Vinnie Finnegan. And we start to think again about an upset here. 22-26. Kick from the touchline. But Harold puts this over. The gap's only 2 points. A slender penalty would be between these two sides, but you suspect Keighley would have to score a try again. Whatever, they have kicked the goal. It's 24 points to 26. Toronto might be teetering. What have they got now? Vinnie Finnegan has set this match alight.
Hasn't he just? Great finish, flying down the outside. Puts his toe on the boot. Who knows what's going to happen? He does. He's going to score a try.
Great celebration. So here we go. 1 minute and 20 plus stoppage time to play. Keighley on the verge. Toronto cannot afford to lose again. 1 point clear at the top at the moment. They want to take that 3-point cushion back with them to Canada. Can they hold on?
Well, there'll be short kicks, trick plays. You imagine everything at the back end of this set from Keighley.
Conroy taken in by Bailey. He's put down. into the last minute of normal time, but stoppage time to come. Remember, that's not the official clock.
Well, I think they're setting up for a kick here.
Picked up by Conroy. Well, that's not in their plan, that wasn't in their script. Here comes the 6, but Harrell will just chip it downfield. He's looking for touch, is he? Yes, it goes out of play, so Toronto will get it back here. But what a set of 6 in defence this you can expect from Keighley. They'll throw everything at the wall.
They're looking to force an error here out and then get the ball back. Wow, what a game we've had.
It has been terrific. Absolutely terrific. Toronto's first competitive match in this country was a blood and thunder affair in the mud at Siddle, Halifax in the Cup, when one try did it, scored by Ryan Burrows. Their last game this year in England is another blood and thunder affair, but this time in the sunshine. Do they hang on here, or have Keighley got their number? Kay will pick it up, runs it out, looking for yards. Determination required here. Emmett, they got a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty, and it's a costly one for Keighley. It runs down the clock, and it gives Toronto another set of 6 inside their opponent's half.
I wouldn't say they needed it, but maybe they needed it. It was that kind of game, that kind of tension that Keighley have created here today.
Well, the ball's out of play. Brian, you've got to start thinking about a man of the match in the last few seconds of the game. There's the drive. 20 metres out. Bezik's put down. Out goes Jacks. Here's Emmett. Emmett put down, less than 10 away. Jacks again, they're taking their time here. Back to Brierley. Wallace, QLT, steps inside. QLT still going. Cross to the other side of the field. Couple of tackles to go here. Toronto looking to finish it. Bezic looking to finish it. Bezik's claiming it. No, he's held up. They've got to go back 10 metres. The job ain't done yet. 2 minutes of stoppage time played. Keighley desperately won that ball back. Toronto desperate not to give it to them. Brierley. Wallace with a kick. Taken in. What a good kick that was. Aronson always favoured to get there.
There's a lesson there for the Wolfpack. They haven't finished sets particularly well today. There's going to be a short dribbling kick, if I'm not mistaken here, Keith, because they need the ball back. But that finish to a set is as good as any.
Referee stops the clock. There's another bit of on-field servicing being done. Rawlings just tapping up the fingers, making sure that they stay on his hand before the match finishes. Worry about them when the hooter's gone. Stick them on for the time being, physio, thank you. What's going through his mind at the moment, Matty Baharrell? What trick has he got up his sleeve here?
Well, it has to be a short kick. They want the ball back. I'd either chip it high and try and get the ball back, or a little grubber kick in between the 4 Toronto defenders at the front there.
Well, here it comes. He's going to go long. Looking and hoping that there's a knock on here. That's the only thing they can hope for now, as Bussey takes it in. There won't be any offloads attempted in this set of 6, you wouldn't think. Here's Kay. Who knows what kind of occurrences take place with the adrenaline running as high as it is at the moment. Emmett now just puts that ball up his jumper and drives it in. Jacks. Bezic. Again, just that honest endeavour. Jacks goes right. Brierley, Bussey. 5 gone. 1 play to go in this set. Keighley desperately wanting it. Brierley with a little kick through. It's collected by Hawkyard on that far side. He was heading ominously towards the wing of Finnegan, but he stopped well.
Do or die now for Keighley.
5 tackles in which to make a little bit of local history here. Make that 4 and 80 yards to cover. Is there a hero in their ranks? Can Toronto hold out, see the job through? It's the winger K's dropped back because he was expecting a kick, I think, but it stayed in the middle, and because he's dropped back, there's a bit of space here for Hamish Barnes to run in, but Kay comes up quickly and covers the gap. Now it's Conroy. Keighley. Baharrel with a kick, looking for the penalty, has got the penalty. Well, you can say with 100% certainty that Baharrel was hoping for that, and he has got a kickable penalty, 35 metres out. Do they go for glory or go for the 2? I think Feather's indicating they want the 2. A draw is what they want. They're going for a point here, Brian Noble.
Yeah, I think it's the right decision. Make a big difference in their chase to get in the top 5 for the playoffs.
It may or may not be the last kick of the game. Craig Lingard, oh, he cannot watch, he cannot watch.
Well, he hasn't missed one all day, has he? The top goal kicker.
You've just put the jinx on him there now, haven't you? Matty Baharrel. The roofs will come off the various stands around Cougar Park if this kick goes over. A few thousand eyes focus on Matty Baharrel, who's put the ball over the bar, between the sticks and over the stand for good measure. It's 26 points apiece, and still we play on. There's the hooter. That tells you what it means, that the superstars of Toronto have come to Keighley, but Keighley have taken a priceless point. Could be huge for their season. It means that Toronto stay 2 clear at the top of the table. That could be a very big point at the end of the day for the Wolfpack as well. But what a match we've witnessed today. What spirit we have seen from the Keighley Cougars.
And they played well as well, that's the key. They didn't close their game down, they played right until the death at the end. The Wolfpack couldn't get away from them because of what they did, and terrific game we've seen today of rugby league.
Well, 3 games into the 8 now. Toronto lost 1, won 1 and drawn 1. It's getting very serious now that promotion is up for grabs and at stake. They are still very warm favourites to be playing in the championship next year, but Paul Rowley and his side know that they have still got a lot of hard work to do to make that history-making promotion. What a game! They were behind, they refused to give in. Vinnie Finnegan's wonder try, Baharrel's nerveless, steel-like penalty. We'll be back analysing all of that in just a few moments' time.